Hey everybody, it's Cody here from Some Guys Gaming. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the goods, the bads, and the uglies from Star Wars Battlefront. So far, there isn't a lot of bads or uglies, so let's just hop right into it, and we'll talk about it a little bit. Okay, so Star Wars Battlefront is a game made by DICE, the makers of Battlefield. Let's start off with the goods. The graphics are absolutely incredible. Wouldn't expect anything less from DICE. The sound quality, freaking amazing. It just like, it oozes Star Wars. Everything about it is Star Wars, and that is exactly what I expected. Didn't expect anything less. DICE always has a way with the sound in their game, except the opening to Battlefield 3, it was kind of weird, but I digress. The characters, so far, all we have is Stormtroopers and Rebels, along with a couple heroes. The Stormtroopers look great, they're very true to the movies, so are the Rebels. Their skins, their costumes are very true to the movies. The heroes, you have Luke and Vader, both play absolutely freaking awesome. I love being Darth Vader a little bit more than Luke because he has a force choke and he could throw his lightsaber. He has a little bit more range on him other than Luke, who is the trade-off is he's a lot faster than Darth, but he doesn't have any ranged attacks. Along with the heroes, you can find random power-ups on the ground. And these power-ups can include, but are not limited to, a squad shield that is immune to bullets but not immune to grenades, a vehicle turret that will target TIE fighters, X-Wings, AT-STs, AT-ATs, stuff like that, proximity mines, thermal detonators, smart rockets, the list goes on. You can also get these power-ups on the ground. That's how you get into the TIE fighters and the X-Wings, the A-Wings, the Interceptors, stuff like that. Is you can find them on the ground floating in like a little blue orb almost, and you go and you pick them up, and then you get to fly the planes. And that's also how you become a hero. It's a little lightsaber. It's a little blue lightsaber on the ground. You go and you pick it up. Bam, you are either Darth or Luke, just in the beta. You could also get inside the AT-AT, and you could also drive an AT-ST, or what we always call it is a chicken walker. I don't know why we called it a chicken walker, but that's what we called it. But anyways, you could drive those two. The AT-AT, definitely freaking awesome to drive. You could like drop down orbital strikes. It's got 3 different weapons on it you could blast away at. I definitely got a lot of kills playing in the AT-AT. As far as the AT-ST, it's very, very powerful, but not so overpowered that it's unkillable. You know, it does take a little bit to actually bring it down, but it feels right. The map in the Walker Assault is excellent. It's very big, very spacious. It's 20v20, but it doesn't seem very crowded. You know, you have a lot of room to breathe. You have a lot of room to rest if you need it. It doesn't seem very crowded. It's not always constantly mayhem, but it can be if you make it that way, if that makes any sense at all. So far, Walker Assault is my favorite. I have played a little bit of the drop pod game type, where it's kind of like a headquarters type game. You go and you capture the drop pod, and you hold it for a certain amount of time, and then you get some rewards after it. It's very nice. The map is smaller. It's more for close quarters combat, but you go over to the Walker Assault, then you have everybody using the cycle rifle, which I use it too. It's a very nice rifle. The trade-off is that you can't use the jetpack if you have the cycle rifle. Speaking about that, is you have different cards, and in these cards you have 3 different cards that you can keep in your hand at all time. And of these 3 different cards, there are 3 different categories, and you unlock different cards, which are basically perks off of, you know, Call of Duty, Battlefield. These are different perks, different little things you can have. For example, in my hand, I have the regular thermal grenade, the ion shot, and the cycle rifle. If I wanted to change that, I can go with a grenade, the ion shot, and a jetpack. You see, you can't have like a jetpack and a cycle rifle because they're two of the same things. So you actually have to give up one to have the other. That I really think that that's a good way to balance the game type. That way you don't have a bunch of people running around with the most overpowered stuff in the game. It really splits it up and really sets it in stone that this game is going to be as balanced as it can possibly be. Speaking of balance, I do think they need to rebalance it a little bit as far as the Rebels versus Imperials go on the Walker Assault. The Rebels usually 9 times out of 10 lose, although you can win. It's very hard for a new player to come in there and pick up the little subtle details about what you have to do in Walker Assault to win. There's a little bit of a strategy you have to put together, but if you and your team are not if you and your team are not on the same page, you're not going to win. As far as the Imperials go, it's easy win. All you have to do is keep pushing forward and keep killing the enemies. It's a pretty easy win. So what can they do to maybe balance this out a little bit? Maybe take the AT-AT's health down just a tad, not very much, just a little bit, just enough where it'd be just a little bit easier to kill them. Or maybe they can have it easier for the Rebels to gain Y-wing ships. It's very, very hard to gain the Y-wing ships, especially when it's 20v20 and most of your team is back there just, you know, scratching their asses and you're up there doing all the work by yourself. It's not very well balanced in that regard. As far as balancing of the actual guns, the heroes, the vehicles goes, everything like that, it seems to be absolutely perfect. No gun is better than the other gun. It's just all depends on your proficiency with the weapon. It comes down to your skill with that weapon. Like, I'm not good with the final gun you unlock, the big LMG. I am absolutely trash with that weapon, but I'm very good with the E11 weapon. So, you know, but on the flip-flop, if there's somebody that's very good with the LMG and I run across him, he's going to kill me. It all comes down to skill with your weapons. I don't get why people complain over the overpowered Jedis. They are supposed to be overpowered. That is the point of having a hero out on the field. They are supposed to be overpowered. They're supposed to be in there wrecking shit. Vader and Luke, keep them the same. You don't need to nerf them. You don't need to buff them at all. You just need to keep them the same, and you know, I would be happy at least. I would really like that. Beta only gave us 2 game modes out of a total of 8, I think there is. Don't quote me on that, but I really can't wait to get in this, get the full game, jump in this, and have a lot of fun with this thing. It looks incredible. I'm going to be playing the beta a lot more with my friends. And, you know, it's a good game. I think this might be the game to get me back into first-person shooters. Call of Duty really discouraged me. It put me out of it. But I think Battlefront is bringing me back because it has that Star Wars nostalgia feeling that I get when I play this. And I'm actually kind of good at this game, too. So, yeah, I really do like this game. I'm definitely going to buy it. Will I play it as much as I play Fallout 4 or Halo 5? Probably not. Halo 5 is probably going to be my main FPS. But Battlefront, I will be playing it as well. Fallout 4 is probably going to be my most played game this year, besides Smite, of course. Okay, that's pretty much it. Those are my thoughts on it. So far, I really like it. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. The beta, anyways, is a solid 8 out of 10. The game, I'm going to have to wait until it comes out to actually give it a final thing. I don't know about the storyline. I know there are missions you can do, and there's like survival that you can do and stuff like that, which is similar to Horde mode. You know, there's a lot more stuff that's going to be added to it, and I can't wait till it comes out so we can play it. Alright, guys, that's it. I'm Cody from Some Guys Gaming. This has been my thoughts on Star Wars Battlefront, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, remember to like, comment, share, all that good shit. Alright, see ya.